Monday, September 11th, later. At 4 o'clock, Grandmom and Grandpop called from Ohio to tell us we were on the national news on CNN, so Mom turned it on. They already had live footage shot by a news helicopter. It showed the whole campus, then it zeroed in on the field of portables and the focal point of the sinkhole. I was surprised and even a little disappointed at how small the crater was, only about 50 yards across. I was also surprised to hear that only a dozen kids were treated at the Tangerine County Medical Center, and all for minor injuries. Nobody was dead. Nobody even was kept overnight for observation. The local news at 6 o'clock opened with the same helicopter shot, but they also had interviews with Mrs. Gates, Mr. Ward, the sheriff, and a group of 8th graders who had been in the Portable 19 Rescue Brigade. They were followed by a geologist from the University of Florida, Dr. Judith something. She explained that the above normal amounts of storm runoff, rain, had caused an underground cavern to form and then collapse. When it collapsed, everything on the surface above it collapsed too. In this case, the area of the fields that contained portables 16 through 21. The reason the sinkhole had done such massive damage to the school was that all the portables were connected with wooden walkways. Yeah, tell me about it. All that cracking and splintering? None of the news coverage could recapture that. Dad came home angry and agitated. Reporters had been calling Dad's office, the Department of Civil Engineering, asking how a school could be built over a huge sinkhole. Old Charlie Burns was out of the office at a stock car race, so Dad had to take the heat. Dad tried to find the geological surveys for the Lake Windsor campus, but he couldn't. He had to tell the reporters that he didn't know where they were. One reporter had the nerve to ask him, "How can you not know what's going on in your own office?" He was especially angry about that. The 11 o'clock news featured the exact same reports. That's when I got a call from Joey. He said, "I heard that a whole home ec class got buried alive in Portable 18. They're just not telling us." No way. Who told you that? Kara. She's hysterical. Yeah, you're right, she is. I gotta go. And he hung up. I gotta go too. I'm wiped out, but I feel good about today. I faced down danger today, maybe even death. When disaster struck, we all had to do something. In a way, we all had to become someone. I'm not saying I was a hero. All I did was slide around in the mud and try and pull people up. But I didn't panic and run either. I'm still afraid of Eric. I'm afraid of Arthur now, too. But today I wasn't a coward, and that counts for something. Tuesday, September 12th. The Tangerine Times printed a special pull-out section on the Lake Windsor Middle School sinkhole. The photos were spectacular. They had one huge shot of the splintered walkway sticking up in all directions, like Godzilla had just trampled through there. The newspaper ran a letter from Mrs. Gates to the parents of all 7th and 8th graders. We're supposed to attend a special disaster meeting on Friday night at 7:30 in the high school gymnasium. The letter said that state and county officials are planning to attend, and that they are currently working out an emergency relocation plan that will be presented at this meeting. I'll bet they are. Think about it. There are 25 portables that are completely trashed, completely out of commission. Let's say there are 25 kids assigned to each of those portables, and each kid has 7 class periods a day. That's 625 kids and 175 class periods to relocate. Awesome. I was shocked to read that the 6th graders are supposed to return to school on Thursday. Thursday! The main building of the middle school and all the buildings of the high school have been certified as structurally safe by a team of engineers hastily assembled by old Charlie Burns. It turns out that old Charlie was in Daytona, but now he's back, and he is taking personal charge of the case. I'm sure that's fine with Dad, who wants nothing to do with the case, or old Charlie. The field of portables, of course, has been certified as a disaster area. The engineers condemned everything within a 100-yard radius of the focal point of the sinkhole, which was right under Portable 19. The condemned area includes all of the portables, of course, but to the south it also includes a corner of the soccer field and all of the baseball diamond. To the north, it includes nearly all of the high school football bleachers that back up onto the middle school. There's extra land to the south, so the soccer field can be moved. But what about those steel frame, 30-row high, 100-yard long high school bleachers? They're not moving anywhere. They're condemned. Period. The football stadium has just lost half its seating capacity. And Eric Fisher, the soon-to-be famous place kicker, has just lost half his audience.